Question number 4, Sarah Boyack.
To ask the Scottish Executive what support it is providing to businesses in Edinburgh to help them cope with increased business rates.
John Swinney.
Presiding Officer, all businesses in Scotland, including those in Edinburgh, benefit by well over £200 million in 2010-11 from our decision to match the English poundage rate. On top of this, around 60% of ratepayers in Scotland are better off after revaluation, even before appeals and reliefs reduce bills further, with an average annual saving of over £1,300 per property. In England, with a transitional relief scheme, the reported average saving is £770.
Sarah Boyack.
Can I thank the Minister for his reply and the recent letter of response he sent to me on this issue? And can I tell him that I've gone back to the business community in Edinburgh and they remain adamant that the absence of a transitional relief scheme, because of the massive hikes in their business rates, are actually seeing many Edinburgh businesses lose out severely, particularly in the retail and tourism industry? And could I ask the Minister whether he would be prepared to meet with me and the local Chamber of Commerce to look at the analysis of the work that they have done in talking to our local businesses? In my constituency, for example, we have many businesses that have actually lost out, even though I know the Minister hasn't intended that to be the case. They are now facing hikes of up to 70% increase in their rateable value and 43% in business rates, just to take one retail opportunity. And given that tourism is a £2 billion industry in Edinburgh, with rateable values up across the board of over 40%, that it is something that local businesses in Edinburgh are very worried about, not just for the Edinburgh economy, but for Scotland as a whole.
Presiding Officer, I would be very happy to meet with Sarah Boyack and the local Chamber of Commerce. Delighted to do that. The question of a transitional relief scheme is one that the Government considered, and I decided not to take that route because essentially what it would do would be deprive a very significant number of businesses of the reductions in business rates to which the revaluation process had indicated they were entitled. And also, if we had a transitional relief scheme, it would not prevent a range of businesses who were having increases in business rates still to face increases in business rates, because quite clearly there has to be a cap established on increases. Now, the judgment I arrived at was essentially predicated on the fact that we'd taken a different approach to the revaluation process here, in the sense that we had decided not to equalise the take from business rates that was expected from one period, pre-revaluation to post-revaluation. What we decided to do was to honour our commitment to match the English poundage rate, which has resulted in a saving of over £200 million to businesses affected. So I'm certainly happy to explore some of these questions in detail, and I would make the final point to Sarah Boyack that, of course, any business concerned about its business rate revaluation should, of course, take the first step of appealing, and I would encourage businesses to do that, which I'm sure they've done.